Las Vegas is alive with entertainment, and in the next hour we'll get a behind-the-scenes look at Las Vegas nightlife, learn where to go, how to get good seats, and talk to some of the city's famous showgirls. You'll get a basic understanding of the casino games, plus learn a few tips from the experts on how to walk away a winner. We'll look at other activities and entertainment in Las Vegas, including some tips on where to take the kids. Then, a glimpse of the famous wedding chapels. You'll find out all the details necessary to begin or end a marriage in Las Vegas. We'll also take some exciting excursions and side trips from the city, including an aerial tour of the Grand Canyon. Plus, a visit to one of the many ghost towns that surround Las Vegas, a historic glimpse of when silver and gold helped shape the West. All this and more from one of the most liberal cities in the country, where in the southern tip of Nevada, gambling and fabulous entertainment draw visitors from all over the world, Las Vegas. Hi, I'm Laura McKenzie, and welcome to Las Vegas. They say this city is an oasis of fun right in the middle of the Nevada desert, and it definitely rivals Hollywood, California as the entertainment capital of the country. You can do things here 24 hours a day. You can eat, you can gamble, you can even play tennis at any time of the day or night. So right now, come with me as we go exploring one of the most fascinating cities I've ever been to. Las Vegas is the only city in the world where its hotels are its most famous tourist attractions. Opulence and gaudiness are considered the norm, and the hotels are actually encouraged to make their signs and entrances as colorful as possible. All are designed to lure you inside, where you can eat, drink, gamble, and be entertained, having a marvelous time while you spend as fast as you can. Las Vegas hasn't always been associated with the sins of gambling and drinking. It began as a Mormon farming community, and when the railroad made Las Vegas a depot in 1905, the land boom began. Gambling was legalized in 1931 in an effort to bring Nevada out of the Depression. After World War II, mobster Bugsy Siegel built the Flamingo Hotel, thus christening the Las Vegas you see today. Top-name performers began appearing to draw the crowds. The Stardust imported the Lido Revue from Paris, and the showgirl trend began. Howard Hughes invested in several casinos, including the Sands and the Desert Inn, to name a few. The city grew, and the press followed and wrote of the celebrities who came in droves. Hollywood followed, and the city of Las Vegas was permanently glamorized as the most exciting, entertaining, and wide-open town in the West. Contests, tournaments, and promotions were established to draw the gamblers, and today the promise of a good time keeps over 12 million visitors a year on the road to Las Vegas. Before you arrive, make sure you have a hotel reservation. Many hotels are completely filled on weekdays with conventions, and weekends, summer months, and holidays, they're crowded with tourists. Many hotels will require a confirmation before accepting your reservation, either through a travel agent or by a credit card guarantee. Most hotels also require a 48-hour cancellation notification in busy times, or they'll charge your credit card for one night. Your hotel will be your base of operations. The major ones are designed to keep you fed and entertained for days without feeling the need to walk out the door. Casinos and registration desks are always in the front of the hotel, with rooms, restaurants, and showrooms in the back. This makes it necessary to walk through the casino to get anywhere. Solve that problem by parking in the back once you check in. All hotels have free parking lots with back doors, but the doors may be locked after a certain hour. Ask about package plans when you make your reservations, especially if you're only staying a couple of days. Many hotels offer two-night specials with meals, shows, drinks, and other extras built in for less than it would cost you normally for the room alone. Some restrictions do apply, like advance reservations and specified days of the week, but package plans can result in significant savings. Most hotels have resort amenities. Swimming pools, shops, and game rooms are pretty standard, but pool access is limited to guests only. People who gamble with thousands of dollars in the casinos are referred to as high rollers, and they're given the red carpet treatment by the Las Vegas hotels. Special suites are set aside just for them, and some of them are pretty special. This is one of the most requested ones at the Tropicana. Aside from a waterfall jacuzzi spa, it has a large screen remote-controlled TV with all the cable channels. Bathrooms in the suites are usually very plush with his and hers dressing areas, phones, TVs, and toiletries. For non-high rollers, standard rooms and junior suites are more reasonably priced. Most of the casinos have coupon books filled with discounts on food, souvenirs, and drinks. They're called fun books, and they even have coupons for gambling chips and free slot pools. You'll see coupons for these fun books in all the free Las Vegas literature and the entertainment magazines. Just take the coupon in to pick up your fun book or write ahead to the Chamber of Commerce for information. Another popular area for hotels is Convention Center Drive, a short stretch between the Strip and Paradise Road, right in front of the Las Vegas Convention Center. The hotel closest to the convention center is the Las Vegas Hilton next door and the Landmark diagonally across the street. Neither the Strip nor the Convention Center Drive hotels are any cheaper than the other, as hotels, casinos, and motor lodges in all price ranges are interspersed throughout. If you take your vacations with an RV, note that there are at least 15 RV parks in Las Vegas, and a few are right on the Strip. They fill up fast too, so be sure to call ahead for reservations. Fremont Street downtown is the original hotel and gambling center, older and less desirable to many tourists than the Strip hotels 4 miles away. But here is where you'll see more of the locals, and many swear the odds of winning are better in these casinos. Dress is more casual downtown, and room prices can be lower for comparable quality if you shop around. In review, make reservations early as large hotels fill quickly. Ask about package plans and note that many casinos publish fun books with discount coupons. These are some of the top hotels on the Strip. And these are some top convention center and downtown hotels. This is a list of some of the moderately priced hotels on the Strip. And these are some other moderately priced hotels. These are a few suggestions on or near the Strip if you're on a budget. And these are some other less expensive places to stay. Getting around in Las Vegas is based around the taxi for tourists. They're fairly inexpensive as nothing is very far away. Taxis line up at major hotels, the airport, and the Fashion Show Mall. Pay by the meter and tip 15%. You may have to wait in line for a cab at rush hours, after shows, or at the airport. If a doorman flags a cab or opens the door for you, the custom is to tip him 50 cents to $1. And yes, they do make a fortune. There is a convenient city bus marked the Strip that runs along the Strip and into downtown. Buses come along every few minutes, and the fare is $1, exact change only. Your other option is to rent a car, and it's the option that I recommend, especially if you're planning on staying more than 2 or 3 days, or you're planning on a lot of activity outside of your hotel. Taxis work out economically for short stays, but I've found some great weekly car rental rates with unlimited mileage, and the best deals I've found are usually at the smaller agencies. Just take the time to make a few calls. Before you start out exploring on your own, you may want to take a sightseeing tour to get yourself oriented to the different areas of town. You can see the Strip and other Las Vegas attractions as a drive-by, and then decide where you'd like to go back and spend some time. Currently, McCarran Airport is being expanded, and the car rental lots are about a block away. If there is no car rental counter at your arrival terminal, walk outside with your luggage and flag down the complimentary car rental bus or van. They'll deliver you to the appropriate car rental lot to register and pick up the car. Allow extra time for the shuttle coming and going. Parking is fairly easy in town. Hotels have free lots and garages are available where hotel parking is not convenient. They charge a fee. Meters are common on the street, and valet parking attendants expect a $1 tip. Stop at the Nevada Tourist Center on the Strip for free maps and brochures, and then you're on your own. The most exhilarating tour in town is seeing Las Vegas from the air. Action jet helicopter tours are located right on the Strip, next door to Caesar's Palace, but be fair warned that they're not cheap. If you can, book the flight that leaves at sunset, just when the neon lights on the Strip are starting to come on. Day trips are fun, but evening is spectacular. In review, taxis are plentiful at all hours and find them at major hotels. The airport to the Strip is under $10 and airport to downtown under $14. You'll be happier if you don't ask drivers for suggestions. Buses are $1 exact change and they run every 15 minutes. The route is along the Strip to downtown and the stop to get back is on 3rd and Fremont. The bus is a great way to sightsee along the Strip. Reserve your car rental in advance and find the counters at the airport or major hotels. Credit card and driver's license required. There's ample free parking at hotels, but a $1 valet tip is expected. Several agencies have city, strip, and show tours, and nightlife tours are available with all-inclusive prices and pickup. These are some suggestions. Gambling is what Las Vegas is all about, and casinos are open 24 hours a day. Slots, poker, blackjack, keno, bingo, craps, roulette, Big Six, and baccarat, the Las Vegas games of chance. Millions play every year hoping to strike it rich. Unfortunately, most lose, as they say that a small bettor can't win big, but he can lose big. You'll see gambling opportunities all over Las Vegas, from shopping centers to hotel pools, and experts agree that in order to increase your chances of winning, it's important to learn as much about the games as possible. Inexpensive booklets on each game are sold in hotel gift shops. Learn the rules, watch other players, and when you start to play, don't hesitate to ask the dealer questions. Now, the slot machines are the easiest way to gamble. You just put your money in and pull the handle like this. Now, many of the machines take more than one coin, so the easiest thing to remember is the more money that you put in, the more you're likely to win. In other words, you don't increase your odds of winning, you just increase the amount of your winnings. Each machine has explanations written on the front. Blackjack, or 21, is one of the most popular games, and Mike Bandelin explained that it requires a degree of skill, and there is some strategy involved. In blackjack, the object of the game is to get as close to 21 as possible on the cards that you're dealt. You'll be playing against the dealer, so after you place your bet, you'll be given 2 cards. Now, I have an ace and a 3. Now, aces can either be 1 or 11, so I have a 4 or a 14, right? Yes. So another card, I go like that if I want another one. A 7, I got 21. Doesn't happen very often, but it happened today. The dealer got 20, so I win. If he had gotten 21, we would have pushed, which means he wouldn't have lost and I wouldn't have either. Don't draw another card if you have 17 or more. The dealer has to draw if he has 16 or less, and since he shows only 1 card, this is where the skill of your decision comes in. There are other options like doubling down if you're dealt a pair, or insurance if the dealer shows an ace. I asked Mike if it was true that insurance is called a sucker bet.
Not if the dealer has a blackjack.
Now, roulette is a game that's not too hard to learn. Basically, you want to place your chips somewhere on this board and hope that your number comes up on the wheel. But the thing to remember is where you place your chips will change the odds.
Well, first of all, you're going to realize that only the ball's going to hit one number at a time, okay? Now, out here we have your even money bets. 1 to 18, even, red, black, odd, and 19 through 36. One of them come up, pays even money. You have your first 12 numbers, your second 12 numbers, and your third 12 numbers. Pays 2 to 1, okay? Down at the end, you have your columns. All the numbers in the columns right at the end. One of those numbers come up in the column, that also pays 2 to 1. That's the extent of your outside betting. Now you come to the inside. If you play 1 chip straight up and it hits, pays 35 to 1. If you play 2 numbers 10 or 11, and one of them come up, pays 17 to 1. 3 numbers, 10, 11, or 12, the way I have it positioned, it pays 11 to 1. 4 numbers, one of those come up, 8 to 1. 6 numbers, pays 5 to 1, and 5 numbers pays 6 to 1. For those people that play down at the end and they can't reach the 000 line down here, we have a courtesy line, which is the 000 for those who cannot reach it, and that'll pay 17 to 1 on the split. The same, the zeros straight up, pays 35 to 1, just as if the 11 had hit. And basically, that's, I roll the ball, lands in one number, and I take the losers and I pay the winners.
When you hear yelling and cheering in the casino, it's probably coming from the craps table. Now, craps is one of the most difficult games to play, and Brock here is going to teach me how to get started. So how do I get started? It looks so confusing.
Okay, we're going to say that you are a pass line better to start with.
right.
There's 2 ways to start off the game, the pass line or the don't pass. Most shooters play the pass line.
All right.
On the first roll of the dice, I'm going to give you 5 dice. You're going to take 2 that you want to use. First roll of the dice, if you roll the 11 or the 7, you're going to win automatically the first roll. If you roll 3, 2, or 12, you'll lose.
Any other number is your point, and you have to roll that again before a 7 comes up to win. I rolled an 8. Betting on the don't pass line means you're betting with the house. Putting money on the field numbers or on specific numbers means if one of those is rolled, you win. There is a lot more to craps, and granted, it's confusing, but once you learn, it's a very exciting game. Just be sure to learn the rules and watch other players before you start to play.
7 out. No
I lose,
6.
right?
You lose. The pass line loses. The don't pass. Anyone betting on the don't pass would have won.
And that's Las Vegas. In Baccarat, the object is to come as close as possible to the number 9 in the 2 cards that you're dealt. Total the 2 cards and use the last digit of the total as your score. There's no skill involved here, and players take turns being the banker and dealing the cards from a shoe. You can bet for or against the banker.
Now, when the players win, the shoe moves to the next banker.
I see, so that way. I don't get to deal anymore.
Not until it comes around again.
Baccarat is the game James Bond plays in the movies, and it's easy for beginners. Unfortunately, the minimum bet is $25 and up, and you can win or lose big. Gambling experts agree on some basic rules. Never play a game you don't understand. Ask questions as you play, and if the dealer doesn't like answering them, move tables or move casinos. Second, set a daily limit on what you're going to spend and stick to it. And third, one of the hardest, quit while you're ahead. The mirrored domes that you'll see in the ceiling of the casino are not just decorative. Behind those domes are hidden security cameras that are there for your protection as well as the casino's. They're what's termed the eye in the sky. I asked John Malker, head of security at the Tropicana, why they need hidden cameras and what they're looking for.
Well, not only are we looking for infractions in the game or people who come in to obviously try and rip us off a little bit, but we're also concerned about the procedures in the game and that the games are played properly. Therefore, we want the games legal, fair for all our customers to make sure that they are comfortable when they come into play.
John, how many cameras do you have, and how many people does it take to watch everything?
Well, we normally have 2 people on duty at all times. We have a 2-console operation. One operates one console, one operates the other. We normally look at 26 cameras at one time. Those are interchangeable into any of the cameras throughout the whole complex. We can switch those off and monitor any of them, or we can bring them up in combinations.
Besides bending a card or marking a card, what are some of the other problems that you encounter?
Those are probably some of the bigger. And the things we have to look out for right now is our dealers being with agents with other people who come in. They can set the decks, or they can pay off losing hands, those kind of things, if the pit people are not really on top of it. One of our greatest concerns right now is the new technology we have. People are coming in with all types of new computerized equipment that's in a very miniature stage that we have to detect, and it gives them an edge in the game. So we're constantly looking for that.
In other words, they're watching dealers as well as players, keeping it fair for everyone. In review, casinos operate 24 hours, and remember, the house always has the winning odds. Don't let free drinks offered affect your play, and cash in your chips at each casino as interchange is discouraged. Don't play games you don't understand. Watch other players first and ask questions while you play. Stick to a daily limit and walk away while you're ahead. Never play while you're angry, tired, or drunk. Slugs and foreign coins are illegal in slots. The eye in the sky and pit bosses watch the gaming for your protection. Courteous conduct is appreciated, and you must be 21 to gamble or even be in the casino to watch. These are the most popular casino games. Also available in some casinos are bingo and poker. Eating well in Las Vegas is very inexpensive if you take advantage of the casino buffets. Every major hotel in Las Vegas has a breakfast, lunch, and dinner buffet, and most are ridiculously cheap for what you get. The buffet prices are a lure to bring you into the casino, so you might stay and gamble after you eat. But who cares? The food is very high quality, fresh, and in most cases, all you can eat. This is the best deal in town. You know, I think it's cheaper to eat here than it is to cook at home. At mealtimes, lines can go out the door at the better buffets, but they move along fast, and it's definitely worth it. As you can see, selection is usually excellent. Hotel cafes and poolside lunches are also very inexpensive in Las Vegas, and the coffee shops at the casinos are always open 24 hours with breakfast available anytime. You'll also find all your favorite fast food spots. For elegant, expensive gourmet dining, these are some excellent choices in the major hotels. These are some other excellent restaurants in town in various price ranges. Here are some gourmet restaurants with a view of the Las Vegas lights. These are good, moderately priced places suitable for the whole family. And these are the best inexpensive hotel buffets. After dark is when to take a drive along the Strip to see the famous neon displays that the Las Vegas hotels are so famous for. The city bus is a good way to cruise the Strip if you don't have a car, and if you're driving, be very careful of not rear-ending someone as you rubberneck the sights. If you'd like to get some great photos of the lights at night, experts advise using a very high-speed film, 400 ASA or above, with a fast shutter speed. Try using a flash for photographing people with the Strip in the background. One of the most dazzling displays of neon is in the downtown casino area. This is Fremont Street, about 3 miles from the main part of the Las Vegas Strip. And in the middle of the night here, it's almost as bright as it is in the afternoon. The lights are extremely concentrated on Fremont Street, and several corners are good spots for taking pictures. Take the elevator in the Mint Hotel to the top of the Mint for a great view. Remember not to use a flash whenever you take pictures through a glass window. The flash will just reflect on the window, and all you'll see on film is a white blur. After dark is when Las Vegas really comes alive, and you can see name entertainment in almost every showroom along the Strip. Top name shows and concerts are running all year, and major celebrities compete for audiences with huge billboard ads. Call for a reservation, no tickets are issued, and you'll have to stand in line about 40 minutes before showtime. Slipping the maitre d' $20 and asking for a center table in front usually works, and unfortunately, without connections, that tip is the only way to get good seats. Many hotels have musical extravaganzas with showgirls, dancers, and full orchestras, or nostalgia acts presented cabaret style. The French-style review is going strong with the Folies Bergère, the Lido, and the Moulin Rouge spectacles. They're excellent shows and not too expensive. Las Vegas has always been famous for its showgirls, and since some are topless, the shows are adults only unless a family show is specified. Backstage at the Tropicana's Folies Bergère, I asked showgirls Linda Donahue and Debbie Lee what the qualifications were to be a showgirl.
First of all, height,
How tall are you?
5'10", and that's the minimum.
And you're 5'10".
Right. Also, poise, being able to walk down the stairs with your legs together and keep your hat on your head and be able to do... showgirls now, it used to be just walking, now you have to do a little more dancing. In fact, we're the only show that still has showgirls. The other shows have now moved to nude dancers. So we're kind of lucky.
Yeah, we
But
have,
still,
you know,
we still have the nice costumes and stuff, which is so nice in the show.
and our
Big-
steps are limited due to the size of the costumes and stuff.
Really, you'd kill
portray
yourself.
grace and style, and sometimes that's not
Those
easy to
costumes
do.
are heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How much do they weigh? Like some of the headpieces that you wear.
Oh,
Well, what's the heaviest you've worn?
well, my hat and the other one has got to be 20 pounds, and the dress has got to be about 35 to 40 pounds.
Yeah, some of the hats get up to 35.
I mean, you
40
try to
pounds.
walk
It's
fast,
just-
and
yeah.
it's hard.
And you have to be
Balance.
graceful.
Oh, very.
Folies Bergère costumes are elaborate and expensive. This dress was so loaded with embroidery and sequins it was difficult for me to lift it. Debbie said it weighed close to 30 pounds. The girls make over a dozen costume changes per show, usually right off stage and usually in the dark. It's not an easy job. Larry Lee is the producer of the Folies Bergère, and I asked him how expensive it was to produce a show like this.
Actually, we've got about $3 million tied up in our props.
How many people does it take backstage to handle everything, the sets and the costumes?
Well, we have 19 stagehands that actually work the set pieces, but all in all, backstage in the company, we have 102 people.
Wow, and how many cast members are there on stage?
There's 50 cast members.
The review shows are worth the price, and you should see at least one while you're here. As a rule, showrooms feature major reviews or celebrities and require reservations, a cover, and a drink minimum. Lounges have cabaret or nostalgia acts with no cover, a small drink minimum, and no reservations necessary. For showroom seating, call for a reservation and stand in line about 45 minutes early. Note the invited guests line is for VIPs, press, and comps only. No cameras allowed, and most shows are adults only. For good seats, slip the maitre d' $10 to $20 for your party, more for major stars. A captain will seat you. Tip him $5 if you want to move. Tip the waiter 15% of the bar bill. This is a list of some of the popular bars and nightclubs around town. The following information concerns the legalization of the oldest profession in Nevada and may not be suitable for children. The oldest profession is not legal in Las Vegas, but it is legal over the Clark County line about 60 miles away. Therefore, several ranches catering to male visitors are open for business 24 hours a day. With one phone call, a complimentary limousine from the ranch will pick you up at your hotel, transport you to the ranch, and bring you back. Major credit cards or cash are accepted, and you'll be provided with a menu of the activities available. In Las Vegas City, working girls can be found for hire but should be avoided, as just the offer of a business deal is illegal, not the act itself. Local escort services can't legally promise anything more than companionship, but the city is trying to close them down due to what the girls may be getting tipped for. The following will be a review of the basic information. The oldest profession is illegal in Las Vegas, so ranches are located just over the Clark County line. With one phone call, a limo will pick you up and bring you back at no charge for transportation. Major credit cards are accepted, drinks are extra, and although girls are examined weekly, diseases can be transmitted. Girls are independent contractors and set their own prices. Prices are negotiated privately, not in the main room or bar. You pay privately and pay first. For more information, this book is highly recommended. These are 3 ranches near Las Vegas. Remember that it's the offer that's illegal in Las Vegas City, not the act. One thing you'll notice in Las Vegas is the abundance of wedding chapels. The liberal laws of Nevada allow marriages to be performed almost immediately with no blood test necessary. You do need a license, however, and the courthouse is open until midnight weekdays and 24 hours weekends. One of the attractions Las Vegas has is that you can get married in just a couple of hours' time, and you'll see wedding chapels all along the Strip. Las Vegas weddings are a lot cheaper than a big church wedding, as long as you don't gamble away your savings. Most chapels have space for guests, and all do offer extras like flowers and music. If you're wondering why people travel all the way to Las Vegas to get married, I asked Gordon Gust of the Las Vegas Wedding Chapel Association the same question.
Well, it's called the marriage capital of the world. They kind of kill two birds with one stone. In other words, a lot of people like to come here because of the glamour of Las Vegas to take their honeymoon, so why not come and get married? Because it's easy, no blood test, no waiting period. They just have to show that they're 18, and we have just about anything and everything to offer as if they got married back home and a lot more.
There are a lot of price packages available in the chapels. What's available?
Well, we have just about anything and everything. The basic is $45, and then we have videos, we have a flower shop, we have still pictures, we have live music, somebody to sing for the wedding. So we have different packages, and we kind of let the people pick it as simple or as elaborate as they want.
This is a list of some of the most popular Las Vegas wedding chapels. Since up to 40 weddings a day per chapel are performed, it's a good idea to call for an appointment. These are some hotels that have their own chapels. Couples must be 18 and a license is $25. Apply until midnight weekdays and 24 hours weekends. The service averages $40 plus extras, and call for prices and information. Las Vegas has more to offer sightseeing and entertainment-wise than just gambling and floor shows. The University of Nevada at Las Vegas is here with excellent theater and spectator sports scheduled. The Omnimax Theater at Caesars is not expensive and has a huge futuristic wraparound screen. The Liberace Museum has memorabilia from one of Las Vegas's most popular entertainers. Wet n Wild on the Strip is a huge water slide and artificial surfing park that's great for kids. And for big kids, there are almost a dozen golf courses in town that are open to visitors. Several major hotels even offer special golf packages. One of the newest attractions in Las Vegas for the mildly adventurous has been getting raves from kids and their parents. The Strip is known for its entertainment, and there's one place that you can go where you're not just a member of the audience. It's called Flyaway, where you can go skydiving indoors. Now, I haven't experienced it yet, but I hear it's a lot of fun. Let's go try. A small padded chamber is equipped with a jet engine blowing gale force wind straight up. Basically, you jump on, and the sensation is supposed to be just like jumping out of a plane. Before you put your flight suit on, you're going to have to remove all of your accessories. That means your belt, your shoes, your jewelry, even your hairpins, and put them in these lockers. Then you'll put on knee pads and elbow pads like this, and they'll give you a flight suit. It's a little big, but supposedly it fills up with a lot of air. After a half-hour instructional class, you'll be fitted with a helmet, goggles, and earplugs. Inside, the instructor shows you how to fall, reviews the hand signals since you can't hear him talk, and shows you how to jump on the air current. Then you get to try. The idea is to stay spread-eagled with your head up and your back arched. It sounds like nothing, but keeping your arms down is like pushing a brick wall. It's quite an isometric exercise, and balance is the key. kind of look at the beginning. I'm a little bit sore. It was great. You're going to love it. Flyaway costs about $10 and includes a class, flight suit, and a 3 to 5 minute flight. In review, these are some additional Las Vegas attractions especially suited for kids. Although you normally wouldn't think of Las Vegas as a great place to go shopping, believe me that it is. Art objects, designer furnishings, and the latest fashions can easily be found here in town. The Boulevard Mall is a favorite with locals and has the anchor department stores of Broadway Southwest, Diamonds, Sears, and Penny's, plus 75 smaller stores. Drive-in plaza-type shopping centers are found on every other corner east of the Strip with specialty stores, grocery stores, and drugstores. The newest and most exclusive mall is the Fashion Show on the Strip next door to the Frontier Hotel. Anchor stores here are Neiman Marcus, Saks Fifth Avenue, Bullock's, Diamonds, and Goldwater's, with almost 150 other mall-type stores and boutiques. The taxi stand here is at the south door of Neiman Marcus. Hotels are a great shopping source. Very exclusive boutiques and arcades are located in the major hotels and casinos. Clothing and accessories in these shops are usually very high fashion and in the upper price range. In review, here's where to go shopping in Las Vegas. These hotels have the best shops and arcades. And this is a list of what's good to shop for while you're here in town. There are several attractions outside the city limits of Las Vegas that are worth taking the time to see, especially if you have kids. Hoover Dam and Lake Mead are about an hour's drive from Las Vegas, and you can get there by public bus, on a sightseeing tour, or drive yourself. It's right out Interstate 93-95, about 30 miles southeast. Hoover Dam is in a narrow canyon on the Nevada-Arizona border, and Lake Mead is the reservoir formed by the damming of the Colorado River. Originally called Boulder Dam, it was built from 1931 to 1935 for two reasons: flood control of the lower Colorado River and electrical energy now channeled to markets in Arizona, Nevada, and California. You can take a tour of the inside workings of Hoover Dam for about $1, and kids under 16 are free. The tour leaves from the top of the dam every few minutes. The reservoir formed behind the dam is now called Lake Mead, and although its primary purpose is storage of water for flood control, it's become a major recreational area for fishing, boating, water skiing, and camping. Several other excursions are within an hour's drive from Las Vegas. They include the Old Nevada and Old Vegas attractions, plus Red Rock Canyon. Old Vegas has displays of the area's history, complete with a recreated Mormon fort. Don't confuse it with Old Nevada. This is a replica of an old western town with clapboard houses, wooden sidewalks, and the mandatory jail. Although it's touristy, it gives you an idea of what it was like here right before the turn of the century. The town has shops, exhibits, clothes, and memorabilia of the period, as well as staged hangings and shootouts. On the way to Old Nevada, you'll drive through Red Rock Canyon. It's a 13-mile scenic drive, and most tour companies have it on their schedule. You'll see red sandstone hills, desert vegetation, geological formations, and wind-sculptured sandstone boulders. Trails for hiking lead off the marked viewpoints, and you'll definitely see why it's a popular stop for photographers. In review, these are a few of the excursions located right outside of Las Vegas. Car rental or a tour is recommended. About 300 miles east of Las Vegas is the Grand Canyon, the most spectacular natural wonder in the world. You can drive here in less than 6 hours, or several tour companies have overnight bus trips or 1- and 2-day aerial tours. If you're driving yourself or come by bus tour, Grand Canyon helicopter tours are located 3 miles from the South Rim entrance. Out of Las Vegas, Scenic Airlines and Las Vegas Airlines are two of many companies that have Grand Canyon flights. All seats on these tours are window seats, so you can take some terrific pictures. Measured by the river, the canyon is 277 miles long and up to 18 miles wide. From top to bottom, it averages 1 mile deep and is probably the world's most spectacular example of the power of erosion. The Colorado River flows west through the Grand Canyon, later bends south and flows at about 4 miles an hour.
The Grand Canyon is the most fascinating natural wonder in America, and you can stop and take pictures at different observation points all along the southern rim. Now, since the canyon photographs the best when the sun is directly hitting the rocks, the best time for picture taking is before 11 in the morning and after 2 in the afternoon.
Of course, you can get impressive photographs easily when the sun is directly overhead, but when the sun is lower, you'll see the colors of red, orange, gold, and pink gradually deepen as the light shifts across the canyon walls. While you're sightseeing, be careful to stay well within the guardrails, as the canyon walls are known to crumble easily. Views from these marked sightseeing platforms are considered some of the best.
Of course, the best way to see the canyon is from down inside, and mule rides leave every day, rain, shine, or snow.
Mule trips are available as one-day excursions to Plateau Point or overnight trips to Phantom Ranch at the bottom. Both require advance reservations as space is limited. Bright Angel Trail is popular with hikers, but only experienced climbers should attempt much of a trip, as the climb back up is very difficult. Grand Canyon accommodations range from hotel suites to campgrounds. 7 different lodges, all under the same concessionaire from the Department of the Interior, are scattered around the park. Some rooms are canyon-side and others are adjacent, but again, all require advance reservations, especially the original lodge, the El Tovar. You should allow a full day to visit the Grand Canyon, 2 more for mule trips. In review, air tours from Las Vegas are available either as a day trip or overnight excursion. Hotel reservations are essential in season. Weather can be unpredictable year-round, and stay inside the guardrails as the cliffs crumble easily. Mule trips require advance reservations. You must be over age 12 and under 200 pounds. Phantom Ranch has rustic accommodations and meals at the bottom, and it can be expensive for the whole trip. Hiking inside the canyon is a rigorous 16 miles and bring a gallon of water per day per person. A permit is required and bring rain gear year-round. Ghost towns are all over Nevada and California and definitely worth a look. One of those is Calico, just over the Nevada-California border. In the 1800s, silver was instrumental in the development of the West, but unfortunately, when the silver ran out, many of these mining camps were abandoned.
Calico may be a ghost town, but it's far from being abandoned. Thousands of people stop here every year, and most people stop on their way from LA to Las Vegas.
It's located just north of Interstate 15, about 2 hours from Las Vegas. In 1966, Walter Knott of Knott's Berry Farm restored the town of Calico for personal reasons. His uncle, John King, was sheriff of San Bernardino County in 1881, and he grub-staked the original prospectors. Walter himself worked at the mines one summer. Calico is touristy, granted. Cute misspellings and souvenir shops are everywhere. But if you look through the commercialism, you'll get a fascinating glimpse into the past. Many of the buildings are either original or careful reproductions from old photos. By 1885, the town was a thriving community of 3,500 people. In its heyday, Calico had 2 hotels, a schoolhouse, 1 church, and 13 saloons. Over $80 million in silver was extracted here, and you can actually walk through the largest of the mine's tunnels. In the 1870s, fire leveled the town twice and was rebuilt, but after 15 years of prosperity, Calico was finally destroyed by the drop in the price of silver, from $1.24 to 53 cents an ounce. The miners left to join the California gold rush. Some say there's another $80 million in silver still in the Calico Hills. Who knows, but I say if you're on Interstate 15 between LA and Las Vegas, get off on Ghost Town Road and see Calico for yourself. Las Vegas is an exciting place for a vacation, and there is a lot to see in and around the city. You should allow a minimum of 3 to 5 days to see everything here. The following is a list of general information to help you plan your trip. Be sure to arrive with reservations, or you may end up in a small motel you weren't planning on, and hand carry any essential luggage to your room, as busy check-in times cause luggage delivery delays. Several campgrounds and luxury RV parks are available near the Strip, including parks at the Hacienda and Circus hotels. Babysitters can be hired through your hotel or left by the hour at the Hilton Youth Hotel if you're a guest there. All hotels have game rooms, and these are 2 local babysitting services. If you bring kids, these are the best hotels to stay in. Most of the showrooms and lounges are for adults only, but some are available for kids, so ask. Circus has free circus acts all day in the main lobby, plus arcades and game rooms. This is a list of places to take the kids in Las Vegas. The desert is sunny, windy, and dry, with night temperatures about 20 degrees cooler than day temperatures. Las Vegas has less than 4 inches of rain a year. Don't carry a lot of cash or jewelry or be ostentatious. Use hotel-safe deposit boxes and traveler's checks. Don't leave valuables in your room or car, and be alert if you're a big winner. Be wary of pickpockets on the street and in the casinos, and don't leave your purse on the floor when you gamble. Stay on the main drag downtown. This is a list of golf courses that are available to visitors. Many supermarkets, gas stations, and restaurants are open 24 hours. Casinos don't have clocks or windows so you don't get tired, so be wary of staying up all night and overdoing it. For last-minute reservations, or if major hotels are sold out, call this Las Vegas Convention and Visitors Bureau room reservations number for information. InfoView and Teleguide computers are located at most tourist spots for instant information on hotels, directions, transportation, weather, and other information. One-day laundry and dry cleaning service is available from hotels, but it's expensive, so it's cheaper to find a local establishment on your own. Check the yellow pages for laundromats with fluff and fold service. Maps are available free at car rental counters or in tourist brochures and magazines, and you can buy them at gas stations and bookstores. All gambling winnings must be declared to the IRS, and casinos will supply you with an IRS form for significant winnings. Remember that no personal checks are cashed here. Photographers will need 100 ASA film or less for day shots, and at night, use 400 ASA film or above for neon signs. Cameras are not allowed in any showrooms or casinos, and you'll have to check them at the door. Film is widely available, and don't leave any film or videotape in a hot car. Pack casual resort clothes for day and dressier clothes for evening, but only major restaurants require coat and tie for men. You'll see all ranges of dress at night, and nights can be cool, so bring a wrap. Always tip the dealer if you win when you leave the table. Tip $1 for valet parking or when a waitress brings you a free drink. Tip 15 to 20% for the other standard services. All major hotels have spa or club facilities, and these are a few 24-hour health clubs open to the public. If you lose all your money at the tables and can't get home, call Traveler's Aid at this number, but always arrive in Las Vegas with a return ticket home. In emergencies, hotels can direct bill if necessary.
Well, I hope you enjoyed seeing a little bit of Las Vegas with me, and if you're planning a trip, maybe this will help you save some time and trouble. And if you've already been, I hope it brought back some nice memories for you. Be sure to join me next time when you plan to travel to a brand new place somewhere else around the world. From Las Vegas, I'm Laura McKenzie. Bye-bye.